Not enough storage. This update requires an additional 472.98 megabytes of storage space. Guys, I don't have enough. I can't download this update. What if I just uninstall Runeterra? Uninstall League of Legends? That would be simpler. That would be simpler. God damn it. Well, I guess I won't be able to play it. Clean your hard drive. Clear the porn. Guys, who the fuck downloads their porn? Cut 1 3 sisters. Oh, not a chance. I would run like 7 3 sisters if I could. No. That's not happening. Can't do it. Can't. We can't do that. Thermo beam against Elise Darius. I mean, Darius has 6 health now. What a chonker. And this is a very, very bad matchup for Iceborn Legacy. Like, just truly horrendous. I mean, there's the Poro Herder Behold option, I guess. That's kind of funny. I mean, I guess this actually changes the proper play. Because I guess, I mean, unless he's playing like really heavy 1-drops. Could this possibly change the proper play? I don't want to block with the elusives anyway. It looks like we're racing with Daring Poro Iceborn Legacy. So on turn 4, we need to bank enough mana for the 3 Poros and the Iceborn Legacy on 4, which means if I play the Poro Herder now, we go to 3 Poros, then we go to 4+1, so we actually have enough mana for the Iceborn Legacy. And we wouldn't have enough mana for the Poros next anyway, so it's Poro Herder here, I think, yeah. The Behold actually technically made a difference there. In the dumbest way possible. Alright, seems fucking good. God damn it. Listen, it's still never gonna matter. It just mattered one time for a really dumb reason. Wait, I think I had a math oopsie. Why did I play Poro Herder there? So we're going for a turn 6 kill, and he can't kill me on 5, so a turn 6 clock looks pretty good. Alright. And turn 6 will be really, really easy with Iceborn coming out on the 6. So right now, if we're just advancing our clock, the maximum damage, of course, is 8 here off of the Poro snacks and the 4 Poros. Could have, of course, been... It could have, of course, been, you know, 2 Poros and an Iceborn Legacy, but because we played the Poro Herder, we wouldn't have had any more mana than 2 Poros for the Iceborn Legacy, which is, of course, 6 damage, less than 8. If we had played something apart from the Poro Herder, if we'd played the 3rd Daring Poro instead of the Poro Herder, we wouldn't have the 4th because we wouldn't have drawn it from the Poro Herder, but we'd have played 3 Poros with enough mana for Iceborn Legacy, and that would have allowed us to do 9 damage instead of 8, which is the actual maximum. But right now, we're just chilling. I mean, it's like, at a basic level, I mean, we're just accelerating clock. So this is really stupid, like what's happening this game. This guy is like so beyond out of this game, it's ridiculous. He's getting out aggroed so hard by Poros. Holy shit. All right, guys, and the deck keeps winning. Finally, the matchup, the dream matchup, guys. If Poros is good again, it's actually because it's a counter to Shadow Isles Freljord. Iceborn Legacy doesn't really matter that much, but like this could be a pretty good meta for Poros. Because Shadow Isles Freljord kind of just eats shit against Poros. It's really funny. And Iceborn Legacy should make it eat shit even a little bit more. I'm probably supposed to keep Station Archivist in this matchup, by the way. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, bad hand. I think we lost. Fuck. Uh-oh. Oh, give me something. Give me tough. Give me snacks. Give me anything. Snacks is I guess. You know, whatever. I'll take a tough. Would you give me a tough? You know what I'll take, actually? I'll take a second snacks, please. Lifesteal. Yuck. Yuck. Ugh. Painful. Honestly, the Behold just mattered again. Impact? Yo, Impact's kind of hot. Kind of mattering a little bit. Look at us go. Yeah, if he let me burn his mana, I would have done it there. This is a good play. He's smart. He realizes that I was about to burn. This is like the respect play. Like, he knew that if he passed, I was about to burn his mana, and he played the catalyst first and letting me attack, which, you know, I also appreciate. Thanks, guy. Regen, yuck. Ah, herder, stop. Give me anything else. Where's my Iceborns? I think I might actually just have to play this regen one. I need to assume I'm mana throttled at this point. I do have to pressure him, and it's just like a 2 mana 3/4 against the Anivia. Doesn't really have good ways of dealing with just like chunky dudes. And like regen actually matters.
The spirit of winter awakens.
Oh, sure, seems good. What does Anivia do again? Something deal 1 whenever it attacks. Yeah, that's pretty dog shit. Okay, seems good. I mean, honestly, at this point, if we're threatening an open attack, I do want to chip additional. I guess I will just play the Lonely Poro here. The Anivia will get a pretty free attack. Yeah, the Anivia actually kind of... If the Anivia doesn't attack, I'm pretty happy. Oh, hello. I mean, I guess this is pretty good now. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, we take those. Ah, sure. Looks good. Okay. Whee! Negative 15, huh? Yeah. I mean, I don't really need to pre-snacks if he's going out of 2 health. Oh, the box. Oh, we've been boxed. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could push additional. Troll Chant here also like keeps this Poro bot alive, which is kind of technically not useless. Yeah, that's... No, we call that a not useless, actually. Okay, yeah, seems good. I mean, it's useless adjacent. It's pretty useless. But yeah. This is always... Oh yeah, sure, go for it, dude. This is always one of the, like, when I made this deck originally many months ago now, literally I built this deck to beat Anivia, or not Anivia decks, but like Shadow Isles Far Control in general. And as long as you draw, you know, like any of your Snaxes or Aurora Borealises, you just like ass fist this matchup. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess he has a bit of an attack here. I mean, whatever. You can attack me if you want. Okay, that seems good. I mean, I honestly kind of don't care. I mean, he's gonna burn my mana, but I actually just let him. That's funny. Do it. Ooh, this attack can't possibly be correct. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, seems good. Yep, I just couldn't possibly give a shit. Looks great.
Strike them down.
All right, well, play around Harsh wins. Oh yeah. The only thing left to do is play around Harsh wins, basically. Especially because, you know, it's Anivia, so they're holding it. So we want to make sure we legacy after we attack next turn. And by just committing all of this, we allow the open attack. Plays around a few things, just limits his options. Ambush is a nice way to push additional damage. We're not going to have created anything this turn. We could actually threaten the herder. That's actually not useless, and we're pre-committing. We have exactly 7. This is 11. We actually don't have... We're 1 mana short of being able to play the Fury if I go for the ambush here. So there's actually no reason to attack with this poor herder, I think. Yeah, I think it's just pointless. It's just the 1 health is just not worth losing a potential Fury. Yeah, so there's the Harsh wins. We can re-up easily here, and this is the easiest re-up with Iceborn Legacy. All right, that's a pretty good Iceborn legacy. I'll admit that's not bad. You know, it's pretty high value. Oh yeah, look, another free matchup. Ah, we take these. Seems good. All right, great. Oh, hello, double snacks. Oh, don't mind if I do. The fuck out of here. Oh, Borealis. Okay, this is kind of too much snacks. Too much snacks. Give me some Poros.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
All right. I mean, he can't really kill me pre-snacks. He could like avalanche it. I don't know if I want to let him avalanche it. I mean, if he avalanches for a single daring Poro, he's just not going to be happy.
In Avarosa's name.
All right, seems good. He actually did it. Yeah, this is the play I was considering about. I was like thinking, okay, is it worth keeping this alive? Is it worth not playing the Poro into this attack? Because usually you just don't want to let them die before they're snacks. This might actually be worth troll chanting, which is also pretty funny. If I troll chant here, so let's do the math. We're attacking on odds. We want to kill him on 7 or threaten him on 7. If I troll chant here, we go to 4 mana. That's snacks next turn. 5, we have enough for Aurora Borealis, and on 7 we have enough for the Poros off of Aurora Borealis. If I don't chant here, to save 2, we go to 4. Borealis on 5. This one I think is it has to be worth it. It's pretty close though. The goal is to just plan out like your mana for the next 4 turns, right? We don't need to kill him on 7, but we need to slow down his win condition. We want the opportunity to kill him on 7. We want to threaten lethal so that he has to slow down his plan in order to do anything about it, right? The nice thing is here is that we're attacking odds, and the odds, unless he's ramping, is the turn where he's using Feel the Rush. This is a Feel the Rush deck, right? Trundle Chinamere. So if we kill him on 9, we have to survive 8. So we're worried about his ramp into Feel the Rush on 8 game plan, right? Because he'll have 12 men on Feel on turn 8, and he's attacking even, so he could kill us on turn 8. So we need to put enough pressure on him so that by turn 7 we don't let him just use all of his mana for that, so that he can't do that on turn 8, so that we can kill him on turn 9. And then if he does nothing on turn 7, then we just kill him on turn 7, right? That's the plan. But yeah, I think at this point we're just being mana efficient. It's a little awkward because it's gonna depend on what we get off of Aurora Borealis. I mean, I'm mostly only losing to like Catalyst hands, right? If he's burning mana, we have to be ahead. All right, let's do this. But yeah, our clock is a little low. We're not going to be putting much presence down here, which is sad, but the Icefell Archer changes our plan. We don't really need it anymore, because now he can no longer kill us on 8. Even if he ramps here this turn and then plays for the Field Rush on turn 8, he can't kill us now that we have Archvale. And he just missed his ramp opportunity. So we're not being threatened. As long as we kill him on turn 9, we basically win the game. So now we want to accelerate, because we want... now our lose condition is if we can't kill him on turn 9, then he can kill us on turn 10, and we can't stop his turn 10 basically no matter what. So now we're just accelerating. Well, also playing around Atrocity, I guess, will matter. This was also a really bad hit off of Borealis. We got Slid and Heart of the Fluffed, which are both terrible. We want just like cheap things, especially in snacks heavy hands like this, right? So we can take 4 here. I think we always do. Our mana is just far too tight to not take this. The Poro sled is going to get vengeance basically no matter when I play it, which is going to be 1 mana up, but 1 mana up's not really enough here.
Follow along, little ones.
This is a very good draw. We want to go wide, and Poro snacks, when you have snacks heavy hands, Lonely Poro literally becomes better than Daring Poro, right? Because this is just like 2 4/4s and 2 5/5s even potentially. And he's a control deck, so we don't really need to go in for elusives. Like, he doesn't really have a lot of access to chump blockers. This looks good. It looks like we have a really good threatened by turn 9. Now that we drew the Herder into Lonely Poro, like, our ability to kill him on turn 9 is very, very good. Wow. Passes again there. I mean, that's kind of a crazy pass. I don't really need to. Oh man, that's actually a little weird. I might have to open attack into him. Ruination would actually be a little bit awkward. I think I play 1 Lonely Poro here. He can't really do anything scary. Like if he plays like an avalanche or something, then it's really not doing anything here. I guess like double avalanche would be mildly annoying, but then it would be a 3 avalanche hand because he already played 1. And I think I have to pass now though. So the question is, how much would I mind it if he just ruinated me? I mean, if I play like 1 card into ruination, I'm pretty all right. I don't think that's going to matter too much. Like I have really good redevelops afterwards. You can see that I just drew this Poro. He'll never like tap under if I do anything. If I play the Poro sled, then he'll just vengeance it, which I'd be okay with, but then I don't have any good re-up options. We really want to go wide on this board above anything else. So I'll start with Herder. Most hands should just pass back here. Like whether he's on ruination or not, he's kind of always just passing back here. Oh, yeah, Tavern Keepers. That's like the one thing he can play. And now I just vomit out my hand, right? Like we just play the other 2 Poros, you know, hold both Snaxes and just have a really, really sick attack. So he's obviously under Ruination. We would only be worried about Ruination if, like, we don't... Ruination is not that scary, but it's just like if we had committed our entire hands and nothing else, then we could be scared about Ruination. Okay, and he can see these 2 snacks, so I mean he knows he's just about to get fucking slapped here, right? All right, seems fucking good. Yeah, I don't think he's good here without blocking. But yeah, basically, I mean, one of the most important things about this deck, and this is kind of true of like just the game in general, but just, you know, plan out your turns ahead, right? I mean, I guess this just threatens lethal. That's kind of funny. Could force like a freeze or something. Reasonably speaking, his best play here is like Vile Feast, viling the Proto Poro. Ooh, we forced out a freeze. Amazing. So yeah, that's a really, really important thing. Freezes are always going to hit future value, whereas Vile Feasts aren't, right? Like, we don't really care that he just did that because the freeze is now forced out, and that's 1 less freeze for him. And again, our entire goal here is just making sure we have the ability to kill him by the specific turn, right? Like, watch this game and think about how we were adjusting our game plan based on the draws, right? Like, once we drew Icefell Archer, we didn't actually need to accelerate as much, but then once we lost the ability to kill him on turn 7, we gained the ability to survive his 8 no matter what, but we don't have any ability to survive his 10, right? Well, this deck will never have the ability to survive this deck's turn 10 reliably, right? So we just want to make sure we re-accelerate and force a kill on 9 as reliably as possible, right? And as long as you're just like planning out things several turns in advance, you'll be really far ahead of anyone else. Here, I mean, his Trundle's just gonna grow whenever he does something. I really want to save Icefell Archer as a potential get out of jail free card. I don't think it really matters what this Trundle drags. Like, this game should be over. This is usually the point where we just transition into the elusive win condition. Whoa. Oh, whale. Whale's kind of cute. I could keep the Protopore alive. Is not useless. It's got 1 impact. It's pretty useless. It's mostly useless to keep that alive at this point. He's going to 8. Yeah, I think the difference between that impact is just not really gonna end up being significant, but I do have more units than him. Yeah, I have board presence here. Sure, why not? If you got Porofly, would you consider Fluffed here? Nope. Porofly would still play into lose conditions for no reason. In a different matchup, so Fluffed is not something you play when you have security. Fluffed is something you play when you don't have another option, right? It's not about how secure we can make our Fluffed, because you can never make it completely secure. It's about... yeah, I mean, I can just let that there. It's about just like when your back's against the wall and you don't have another choice. Then you go for Fluffed, even if it's not secure, right? Like, that's just how it works. So, funnily enough, 6-mana Vengeance, he can actually, like, stop the Poros Light in its tracks if I go for it now, which is pretty funny. Ooh. So, the Ravine here, that makes sense. We're basically going in for potential open attack. Poros Light is actually not bad here. His Ravine is basically going to leave him with 2. It's going to leave me with 3. So the question is, do I go like super wide for the open attack? Herder plus X pushes a bit more damage. I think the sled is actually good here. And because I've got Icefield and 3 Sisters, I can, if I miss the kill on turn 9, once we have both of these, like we didn't have to use either of them earlier, we can sometimes survive an additional turn. Yeah, I guess it's just sled here. The Ravine changes it a little bit. And if he has a second freeze here, then, I mean, he's not dying. We'll see. This is one of the more complex decision points of, like, whether we use Fury or not. I mean, we'll have to see exactly what he's going to be doing here. And obviously, the sled is just threatening Trundle for free, which is pretty great. We're getting a free Poro. So, now, the question is, you know... So, there's a good chance we win this game right now, no matter what. But let's say we don't. Let's say he like freezes, right? We have to consider whether we use Fury to try to push lethal this turn or save this for freeze to try to survive an additional turn after, right? In this case, I think it's pretty easy. Like, if he's going to survive this, it's going to be using so much of his mana that we just win by Furying. But that's kind of what I'm talking about when you're thinking about, like, timing and clock, right? Like, think about whether you need to put pressure here or whether you need to alleviate pressure here. It's all just timing. Yeah, so, I mean, he's down to 3 mana. Wait, this is actually interesting. I mean, we actually don't have lethal, and if, like, we can push with Fury, but if we go for the Fury here, and he uses another Flash Freeze, then we don't have the freeze up. In this case, I don't think there's any downside, because, like, we still have the Icefield Archer against, like, some atrocity hands, so we can just Fury here and threaten. But it's almost interesting, you know? Alright, and we have lethal here. But yeah, just make sure you're thinking about the game in terms of like this ebb and flow of timing, right? And just like plan like 6 or 7 turns ahead. Like, you should literally have an idea. You shouldn't know for sure, but you should have an idea of when you're trying to end the game as soon as you think about your mulligan, right? Like, literally, when you're looking at your mulligan, you should be thinking, okay, I'm on evens, he's on odds. Plan out the first 4 turns, and that should inform, like, your mulligan keep decisions. But then just, like, you're never going to know for sure. Like, when you're looking at your mulligan, you shouldn't be thinking, oh, yes, I'm a genius. I know we're going to kill him on turn 9, so I do this. You should be thinking, okay, so this matchup, I have these cards. I'm probably looking to threaten him on 7 and then probably kill him on 9. There's a good chance that's my timing, so I'll keep these, right? Like, you're never going to be 100% sure in the mulligan. You can't see the future, but you can have a very good idea if you think about it a bit and you know the matchups. Look, listen, Poros Sled's bad. Doesn't really fit this deck's game plan. It's just a huge chonker. This deck wants to go wide. The point of Poros is to not really give the opponent like a specific thing to target with something like a Vengeance. I mean, again, that's why it does well against like hard removal decks like that. Whoa, Callista Elise. Is this Endure? Wow, this is a blast from the past. Holy shit. I guess this is what like being Diamond on week 4 looks like, huh? Oh god. How did we get here? I just got here. Are Poros poop or OP? I mean, I guess those are anagrams. That's kind of clever. I mean, they're not poop. they're not really very different, guys. Like, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little fucking secret, okay? This is what they don't want you to know. Like, these patch notes didn't really fucking change shit. Like, I mean, Shadow Isles Frog control is a tiny bit better. Poros are a tiny, like Poros are, they're the same that they were before. They were like a high tier 3 deck if played right. They might be a low tier 2 deck if there's enough copium, but they're a decent deck that's not really good. Shadow Isles Frog control is like, you know, maybe a little bit better. Like, I mean, there's not really like new decks that really make sense, right? Like some decks went up like 0.2 of a tier, you know? Like I don't know if there's a single like tier change from these patch notes. Like Ari Cannon is still probably the best deck in the game. You know, Ione is still very, very good. I mean, you can still play some of the aggro decks that you were playing before, you know, like Spider style aggro is still solid. Poros are fine now, but they were fine before, you know? Like I think Poros are low key right now, but they were low key before. Like they're not bad. They're all right, you know? I could see them in like, you know, some specific tournament lineups for sure. You know, why not? But it's not really different. Mono-Shurima is still bad. Marcus, what do you think about Mono-Shurima? It's still bad, right? I'm pretty sure Mono-Shurima is literally worse than it was 4 months ago. Pretty confident of that fact. I'm extremely confident of that fact. Like, I don't know why people think Mono-Shurima got better. Just because it got, like... I mean, Xerath is literally worse in that deck. They nerfed it. And the deck has just gotten worse since Bandle City got added, right? Like, Mono-Shurima went from tier 80 to tier 79. Yeah, in the last week, but Mono-Shurima was like tier 60 like 4 months ago. Like Mono-Shurima has literally gotten worse since people last seriously tried it. It has not gotten better. It has only gotten worse. You know? Like, that's not a hot take either. If you're like watching the game and the card pool and like the deck builds and the win rates, like it's Mono-Shurima could not have gotten better since back then. It did get a little bit better in the last week, arguably, but even then, I mean, without Xerath, what are you doing? You know, kind of need Xerath, eh? These fearsomes are kind of annoying. I wish they didn't have fearsome. So we're setting up for a turn 7 kill with Poro Cannon and Iceborn Legacy. We can't really get too much from threatening. So again, think about it like this. You know, we're thinking about clock. Check it out. We're thinking about like the turn 7 kill. We know we can kill on turn 7. So what I could do this turn is I could block down a little bit. We can block the Halfless Aristocrat and the Spider, let the Fearsomes through. We go down to 12. We play out all of our Poro Cannons. That's 4 mana, and we can Iceborn Legacy next turn for 5 and jam him up for a cumulative ton of damage. That's like 15 damage. That's almost lethal. So we can do 15 damage on turn 5, and then our Poros can block down a little bit on turn 6, and then we can win the game on turn 7 after going down to 12. That's not a bad line, because our Poros will be Fearsome blockers then with Iceborn Legacy. But you could consider just playing Iceville Archer here instead. Right, Iceville Archer, like we don't need to set him to 3 health on. Honestly, it's kind of weird. I was trying to explain why that wasn't a good line, but as I said it, I just kind of sold myself on it. Like, now that just kind of sounds good. I think I'll do that. Yeah, that sounds good. Even better, because now we have like more blockers down, right? All right, ignore that explanation. Oh yeah, looks good. That's just the correct amount. That's just the correct amount. So the strategy behind blocking is actually really, really simple. You want to block to prevent the maximum damage. Oh yeah, you can glimpse that, dude. Go ahead. You want to prevent the maximum damage while tilting the maximum amount of Twitch chat as possible, right? So you block like this. The 2/2 goes into the 3/1, which is preventing maximum damage. Obviously, I didn't have to send the 2/2 into the 3/1. I could have a 2/1 on my board right now. But again, the sub goal of blocking order is to trigger Twitch chat as much as possible, right? And guys, if you're thinking ahead on actions, there's literally no difference between keeping that one alive. Again, this is part of my goal as a streamer. Wow. Yeah, I guess it's actually Lonely Port here. That is funny. You just make sure to make plays that, like, could theoretically be a bad play, but literally could have no difference, because obviously here I was gonna have to override that one anyway. All right, so I'm gonna just jam this guy up with my huge swinging dick. What the fuck? This guy almost just died, by the way. All right, seems good. And now he has to kill me on 6 or he loses on 7, right? And if you're looking at, you know, the sequence of this, as you can see, you know, because we've dealt so much pressure, we have defensive capabilities. Uh-oh, I think I lost. You couldn't possibly have another skitterer. Nah, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, just don't have a second one. Okay. Oh, he summons a fading icon. Oh, it's crazy. I mean, I basically have to block like this. Yo, Absolution! Well, yesterday we won the, you know, of course, you guys might have seen, we got first place in the trivia contest.
Sweep. Let me get a congratulations for Swimstream. Your Legends of Runeterra, Who Wants to Be a Pog Champ? We're still suffering from branding issues. Game show.
Yeah, you gotta pick a name for the show, man.
Champion of today.
It was a lot of fun. And this was my prize, 20 gift subs by Absolution himself. So I actually do have to block like this. We have to block it down a little further because I have to play around atrocity ranges. So unfortunately, I would like to not have to block this Ephemeral one, but I also don't want to just lose to atrocity like a donkey.
Absolution gifted a tier 1 sub to Nowhere to be found. Absolution gifted
Impact.
a tier 1
Yeah, I mean that technically pushes damage. Why the heck not? Next turn we have a total of 2, 7, 6, 7. Yeah, that's enough. Sure.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Levito.
Couldn't possibly matter.
Absolution gifted a
Right.
tier 1 sub to Ebby
Seems
underscore
good.
Yasha 12.
So yeah, as you can see,
Absolution
there's really no way we lose this. Make sure we block it down good. Wait, what was that? Magnifying glass.
Absolution
Wait,
gifted
what?
a tier 1 sub to Dark
Is that
Prime
new?
Time.
I haven't seen that before. Whee. All right, so it's the crazy double Vile Feast hand, and this is why we had to play the Impact Poro bot. We play around the double Vile Feast hand by doing this. He Vile Feast Daring Poro twice. He goes to a total of 5 health. Then we Poro snacks the other Daring Poro up to 4 health, and the Impact from the Patch Poro bot nets us the win. If we don't play the Impact Patch Poro bot, we actually don't beat the double Vile Feast hand there, which is hilarious, by the way. It's hilarious that we could have just lost that if we hadn't done that. Super specific hand, but yeah, you still play around it when you're ahead. Okay. So, yeah, as you can see, we're pretty nuts. 10 and 4, which is a very high win rate. God, I should be able to do that math faster. Wait, what is 10 and 4? Is 10 and 4? Like I mean, I can estimate it. It's a high win rate. It's like 69% or something. What's the problem with Mono-Shurima? Just started playing and think it's Pog. It's a few different problems at once. The best way to build it, it just turns into a Xerath deck, and you're better off running Xerath outside of the mono at that point. Probably. One of the biggest problems is it just doesn't really have a way to end games, right? Which is not going to be a problem at lower ranks, but against like any sort of meta decks, you need a way to close out games. You can't let just games go on too long. I mean, it's a deck that is going to do decently at lower ranks, right? But the same is true for honestly any deck. Yeah, it looks like a full mulligan here. The Poros mirror is all about board beef. I would keep a patched Poro bot and a Poros next, but we're not really going for the elusive game plan here, which makes this hand really bad. I think we lost. I think this guy's good. All right, he'd have to have a pretty impressively bad hand to be behind here. Yuck. All right, hand's actual trash. Real bad. Real not good. Yeah, honestly, ambush might actually fall off now that we have Iceborn. Ambush might be no good anymore. Very possible. Interesting. Okay. I mean, so the reason we bank mana is so that if we play Station Archivist here, now we have a hit for snacks, which is really nice. So we hit literally no spells. That's hilarious because this game is going as poorly as it possibly could have. We have 6 spells in our hand and our Archivist just hit none of them. I guess I'll attack here, and if he has his snacks, then I'll just call it a game. No snacks. Could I couldn't possibly outplay my way out of this game, could I? Let's see. Let's see. This is such a bad start, guys. This is like the game is trying as hard as it can to make me lose. It's trying so hard. God, I might be about to thermo that Braum. Okay, so check it. He's attacking evens. We can set up to kill him on 9. We have basically nothing that's going to accelerate any sort of win condition in this game. I can thermo the Braum. We basically lose big to troll chance, but if we slow down the game, we have good setup, and there's nothing else we can do with our mana right now. If I don't thermo the Braum, we have good. We don't really have ways of being able to kill it. I mean, we can use Fury. I can go in for an iterative. I think I start with iterative. I might just Fury the Braum. Regen is actually not terrible here, as dumb as that is. Santa Braum is coming to town. Yeah, the Braum is actually threatening enough in the mirror, I think. In a slow hand like this, my only chance is basically out grinding. I think that's my biggest win condition here. Come on, man. What's it gonna be? Alright, we're a little behind here. Regen. Alright, so we don't have the ability to kill him on 9. That's not good. I wish I had the ability to kill him on 9. That would feel good. Go in for elusive. Alright. What does winning this look like? It doesn't look like a lot, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Yeah, I think this game is done, guys. I think we're clearly the inferior Poro player here. I mean, he doesn't seem to have snacks, at least. Wait, is he main decking Sled? Wait, what? Yeah, I think this guy is just too good. One of Hextech Anomaly. Trust me, I'm masters. Open paren, not a lie, close paren. All right, that's really fucking funny. You guys are great. God damn it. All right, so here we've got good old Mono-Shurima. Like, if I'm running 3 Iceborn Legacies, I have to start keeping Poro Cannon in my opening hand now. It changes the way the deck is played quite a bit. All right, so 8 mana attacking on odds means we're at a total of turn 5. We've got the option. So Station Archivist plus Iceborn Legacy on turn 5 actually has exactly enough mana. If we bank full in, we'll have 3 Poros for that. They don't really run pinks here, so we can play our first Poro really safely. See if we get a better discard for Poro Cannon next turn. But yeah, on turn 5, if I Archivist into the big ice legacy, Iceberg Legacy. If I Archivist into Iceberg Legacy, then we'll push 8. I kind of like push 8. This is really sad. It's elusive on the one turn I can't play it. Wow. Fucking got him. God fuck, dude. Wait, that's actually so sad. All right, new plan. So the Daring Poro, we draw the snacks. Daring Poro pumps. Yeah, that's just sad. Wah. Why did he just let me play this? What? Mister, you're the control player. You're Mono-Shurima. What are you doing getting 3 damage in? What? Oh, hey, Iceberg. Alright, that's a little funny. I mean, I actually think I can't really need 3 sisters. Is that insane? Yeah, that's a little insane. Alright, so what are the odds we kill this guy on turn 5? So right now we're pushing a total of 5 damage down to 14. He kills the patched Poro bot. Iceberg Legacy pushes us, re-pushes up to 9, and we're short 5. So Station Archivist finding a Poro Cannon is enough. We're losing 2 more off of this. Oh, man. Yeah, but Iceberg Legacy can just... Oh, but if he's smart, he'll challenge us with a 3-attack one. Yeah, but then how is he going to kill the patched Poro bot? What if he's not smart? Alright. Dude, I would never forgive myself if I lost to Mono-Shurima. Uh-oh. It's Xerath's turn. We're screwed. Wait, honestly, Xerath actually kind of slaps the board here. Yeah, just drag this one with the 2-2. That looks good to me, homie. Just click OK. Just ship it. Wait. Yeah, don't even think about it too much. Yeah, I'll do a sad Poro face. Oh, what is he playing, a Xerath? If he has a Xerath or Renekton and he even thought about open attacking, he's giga trolling. Like... Oh, God. What the fuck are you doing?
No surrender.
I go!
Okay. If you lose to Mono-Shurima, you have to play it. Those are the rules. All right, bet. Sounds good, guys. I'll play Mono-Shurima if I lose. I agree. How much copium could there be? Whee. Oh, a Xerath! Oh, his Xerath is gonna level up if an allied landmark is destroyed. Wait, that's sick. guess I just won't play another unit then. Okay. He's laughing now, but he's gonna. Yeah, you think we're losing this one? Okay. Coming in hot. What happens here? When an allied landmark is destroyed, deal 3 to the weakest enemy. Ooh. Oh shit. Alright, that's broken. Okay. I mean, I guess I can troll chant here. Is troll chanting here low-key bad? What if I just kill the Xerath? I think if I just kill the Xerath, we just win the game, right? Like, that sounds good to me. Just kill Xerath. Zonias? God, he could actually be running Zonias. Like, I mean, I guess you would. Yeah, you would have to run Zonias in a Mono-Shurima with Xerath. I mean, going YOLO here doesn't really feel very good either. I'd rather not just YOLO into this. Oh well, what are you gonna do? What is Zonia's? Use all your mana? The funny thing is, if he just sacrificed the Sun Disk instead of the vulnerable landmark, if he just sacrificed the Sun Disk like a normal human being, the Roiling Sands would actually like make my play here very awkward. Like, that's all it took, man. That's all it was, my guy. Just give up the Sun Disk. If you just give up the Sun Disk, you're good. You're good here. I guess I can just chill. This looks good to me. I mean, honestly, the fact that Sun Disk is now 0 mana means like you'll do that a lot. You'll just use it as a free sacrifice. All right, so what are the odds we lose this game by giving him an action? I mean, if he has any more arcane things. All right, so the play you want to make here is like, I mean, I think you just attack, but there's an interesting line where you like drag them to the middle of the board and then see if he concedes. If you do this, sometimes like if he doesn't concede, then that actually affects your play. And then you're like, okay, if he doesn't concede, then I'll do the other one instead. In this case, I don't think he would concede either way. I guess I'll just jam him up here. This looks good. Spirit Fire incoming. Oh shit. Dude, okay. What are the odds he actually has another Rite of Arcane? Like, if he had a Rite of Arcane, he would have used it instead of the Xerath's Rite of Arcane, surely, right? I think I actually just station Archivist, honestly. This pushes lethal with so many draws here. Oh, this is one of them. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. Just get a iceberg lettuce out here. Let's go, dude. Dude, this actually it really does kind of slap the shit out of this deck. Oh, we're getting right of the arcanes. Oh no. Get the fuck out of my game. Fucking iceberg lettuce up in this shit, dude. That's so nuts. All right. Yeah. Okay. God damn. All right, sorry guys, no Mono-Shurima today. Almost lost to Shurima. What the? Were you watching the same game? What about that game was an almost lost to you? I'm gonna be honest. There was a couple moments where I was kind of sweating a little bit, but I wouldn't call that an almost lost. In the vicinity of potentially losing is what we would call that. Okay, almost. I was actually kind of worried.